Obviously, you were at Glasgow with Wang. You're here now with Wang and Paura. How's Frightfest London treating you?
Oh, great. I was saying to Alan before, is that we are becoming addicted to the Frightfest, and I don't know, it's too short now time we have to make a movie for February to be in Glasgow again, and then, and then another one for London. Very well. It's nice, especially because we are, and among Italian directors, this is a rarity. Even among genre directors, we are first fans and then director. And this is the place I've been that I'm most among fans that I ever been. Yeah. So I love that, and I love to show my movies to an audience that looks like me. You know what I mean? So I really like it. Yeah.
So, I mean, we already spoke about Wang, but tell us a little bit about Paura and how that came about originally.
We thought to make a film while we were waiting for the special effects of Wang, because when we finish editing and we give the film to the company that did the effects for Wang, they told us it will be a long work, more than 1 year. So we see in the eyes, me and Mark, and we say we cannot stay still. We have to do something. What can we do? And we remember this book we read, that the incipit, the beginning of the book was something we really liked, but then the book was another thing. So we changed the story of the book. The first pages, the first minutes of the film is exactly the book, but then it changed completely. And we brought this film and we shot waiting for Wang.
Paura is more of like it's almost like a roller coaster. The story, yeah. Is that something? Obviously, I'm doing it in 3D as well. Is that something you were aiming for, sort of a thrill ride, if you will?
Yes, I wouldn't link it to the 3D because I don't think we use the 3D in a roller coaster way. Like, you know, Bloody Valentine, yeah. That is a roller coaster use of 3D, which I enjoyed a lot. But I think the structure of the movie is somehow like a roller coaster. You know, when you go up, slow. The movie starts very slow, then he starts playing with you. Then at the end it becomes like like a roller coaster. It's like a thriller in the sense of thrills. You know, a collection of different thrills. So yes, after we made a movie that is more personal and maybe more message bringing, like the arrival of Wang, we wanted to do in this in this time we are waiting for the effect of a movie that is a pure roller coaster experience for the audience.
I believe is woman in Paura is the same girl as in Wang?
Yeah, Francesca.
Yeah.
It's her.
It's a complete transformation.
Yeah, it's incredible. She's an incredible actress, and she changes a lot with the role. She made another movie with us. I don't know if you're familiar with this movie called Closed Circuit Extreme. It's a movie that is going to be released by Revolver here, and it's a movie we produced, didn't direct, and she's there too. And you will see a third version. it's totally another. So that partly was because of her acting skills. Partly is because the role is a very delicate role for an actress, and I think she wanted a little bit to be not so recognizable. Yeah, so we put her a wig.
It's. I mean, that first time you see her in the film, it's quite shocking. I mean, there's been a lot of talk that this year at Frightfest there's a lot of films with sort of brutality towards women quite a lot. Yeah. But your character in the end...
She's a brutalizer.
Yes. Yeah, he turns it all on its head.
We thought, that's a word we use when we were preparing the movie, even thinking, just not because we want to do it, just in our fantasy of a possible sequel, that she can become the ultra-feminist serial killer. She kills maids. So you are right. It's like maybe the movie somehow is an answer to the excessive brutalization of women in horror movies, and she takes vengeance out of it.
And of the rest of your cast, I mean, the man we see obviously brutalising at first. Where
Marquis.
Yeah. Where did he come from? Where did you find him?
Yeah, Peppe Servillo is a very famous singer in Italy, and he's a very classy type of singer. So it was weird to offer him a horror movie in such a cruel role, but he came and do it. So we are honored, and we worked very smoothly. And probably we are preparing another movie, and probably he will be with us again. And so it was a no-brainer. He's the first person we thought. We called him, and he said yes. He said for the three boys, we wanted. It's like for us, this movie has like two faces. It's like there is a real and a fantasy, and it's like Sabrina and the Marquis characters of fantasy, and the three boys that come from the real streets of Rome, but it could be London. So we made a deep casting, trying to find faces and expressions and voices that sound like real guys from the streets. So we had a deep casting, and we found these three boys. We're quite happy about. But the three boys with different stories, coming from different setup. One is already working in cinema on a good level. Another one, Lorenzo, which is here, is specializing in horror movies in Italy. And the third one is like a YouTube star in Italy. So we found out this strange cast of characters.
It seems like you mentioned that you got a singer in your film. Obviously Federico, his cast is full of, it seems to be people in Italian stars doing things that they wouldn't expect. You know, is that something that you're seeing is happening? You know?
Look, this thing you're saying has a double aspect. Because of course we and Federico, we do a kind of cinema that Italy doesn't do anymore. I think we spoke about it in Glasgow. And I think stars, they really belong to two types. There are some kind, I think since because we are a bit famous, and Federico is famous also as a singer, when we call them, they are attracted to us. But there are some that when they read the genre style, they are scared. You know, it's like they don't answer you the phone anymore. It happened to a couple of actors when they call them, oh yes, cool. Look, it's a genre movie, cool. Then when they read the script, you call them, they don't answer anymore. Even with Wang, this happened because Italian culture is a little bit scared from genre right now, and I think Italian culture generally is scared of excess, and it's very strange because I think we have the history of the most excessive horror movies ever. But maybe there's one side, if you catch the right ones, that they realize that this is like, how can I put it, it's like a flattening of our culture. So some of them, they are attracted to come, and instead it's true that Federico movie is star-packed, and we have some stars working for us. So yes, I guess so.
So obviously you've got two films to Frightfest. What's next, and are we going to be seeing that one at Frightfest?
Yeah, we are going to shoot in November the cop comedy, so it's not Frightfest stuff, unfortunately. But
it's a movie we have to do.
It's a movie we have to do that we wrote, that we like it, but it's different things. But we are writing. We are writing a film, a creature movie that will be really scary and thrilling, and I hope to do. I don't know in
time for the
Frightfest or
maybe you're doing a cop comedy. You shot a documentary Eurocrime.
Yeah.
Apparently that went down really, really well. So you never know.
You never know. Yeah, I know that Alan.
I didn't think about
I
it.
know that Alan Jones really like.
I know nothing about
Poliziotteschi. Yes.
It's
So,
fantastic.
Oh, you didn't know about them? Italian cop movies to the 70s.
Yeah, they are great.
Some of them are great.
Some of them are really great.
But to watch that, I literally came away with a list of right, I want to watch this, and
Oh, you made a list.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it's true. There is something that.
But I didn't see the document. I wanted to see it, but they put up some interviews, And but believe me, there are some movies. I don't know if you're not familiar for Milano Calibro 9, for example.
I've heard of it.
It's a masterpiece.
The cinema's showing it. A couple of days' time they're showing it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you must see. I think it's the first one you have to see. Probably it's the best.
Bisogna quelli del Gombo oppure...
See all those ones with Thomas Millian. There are many ones. Yeah. You will discover a new one.
Well, thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Ciao.